And in fact, we start with that overnight news. We know one person is dead after a car slams into a Target store here in Albuquerque. Police say this happened just after 11 last night at this Target store out east, the one that's near Lomas and I-40. Investigators tell us the car was speeding south on Morris. It crossed Lomas, then slammed into the back of this store. It didn't do a whole lot of damage, though. Two people were in the car. One of them died. The other was rushed to the hospital. And right now, police are investigating to see if alcohol was involved in this crash, but they say they definitely know that speed was.
If you get a high rate of speed, and that could be from any kind of speed, you put in factors of road conditions and things of that nature, and you're going to get some damage. So again, what might be the cause of it is yet to be determined.
Right now, police are not saying if the person who died was the driver or the passenger in that car. They've not said exactly what caused that car to drive off the road or if Target's hours will be affected later today. A cold case in Albuquerque could be solved this morning, and now the man who police say confessed to a murder from 21 years ago is in jail. Lawrence Shearer is locked up with $1 million bond right now after a story you really have to see to believe. This all started when police say Shearer here walked into their station in Santa Fe back in May and just randomly confessed to killing Roger Alderman in his townhome near Central and Wantabo back in 1991. This is video from then. They say Shearer told them he just wanted to get it off his chest. So investigators in Santa Fe checked with ones here in Albuquerque, took a DNA sample from Shearer, told him to go back to the police station in a few days, and say they had no other choice but to just let Shearer go.
It's one of those things where you have factual information, you have to verify evidence, you have to confirm what the stories lead to. You have to get a copy of the case file so that you can actually determine what in fact took place.
While detectives are doing that, Shearer never went back to the police station that few days later, but he did get caught in Colorado last week, and again, he is in jail in Albuquerque right now. Elizabeth?
The man who police say admitted to killing a missing Tucumcari woman has now been charged with murder. State police say 45-year-old Frank Keller admitted to beating 53-year-old Kimberly Drummond with a car jack, then running her over. Keller is a convicted rapist. Police say the suspect and Drummond were casual friends when she vanished in mid-September. A few days later, he was caught in Las Vegas, Nevada, driving her car. Keller later led police to Drummond's body near a lake. A man accused of killing an Albuquerque couple in their home is scheduled to be in court today. Ronald Santiago has a motion hearing. Detectives say he killed John and Bernadette Olemacher in their Paradise Hill home back in 2005. Investigators say they found a bullet shell in the suspect's gym bag that matches shells that were found at the couple's home. Santiago's trial has been set for May of next year. The rest of the teenagers involved in what police say was a plot to shoot up a middle school in Belen could soon be getting out of jail. I'm talking about just in a few hours, really.
Yeah, this while the other two teenagers charged in this case are already out of jail and at home. News 13's David Romero is live in a newsplex. So, David, what could happen in court today?
Well, Matt, it might be a repeat of yesterday's release, meaning that Mateo Jaquez and Caleb Lucero could be let out on house arrest with a GPS monitor. Excuse me, and that is until trial. Now, that's what happened in court yesterday for 8th graders Alejandro Ortega and Lawrence Chavez. Those are the other two teens accused of threatening to shoot up Belen Middle School last week. Now, the 4 teens were arrested after authorities were tipped off about the plan last Friday. The boys are reported to be gang members from that area. Valencia County District Attorney Lemuel Martinez says his office was thankful that the alleged plot was spoiled before anything could happen.
Hopefully we can rehabilitate these kids, these children, and change their behavior so we don't see it again as well.
Jaquez and Lucero are scheduled to be in Los Lunas District Court this morning at 11:30. Matt, back to you.
Thank you for the update. David will be in court and let you know what happens. And Belen School Superintendent Ron Marquez says there are going to be extra police in and around the schools now and throughout the rest of this school year. Elizabeth?
Police are still investigating a chaotic scene that played out in one Albuquerque neighborhood. A homeowner apparently tried to stop a suspected hit-and-run driver who had just crashed into his new car. Now, this happened Sunday night. Police say a man was in his home when he heard someone hit his vehicle, so he goes outside and sees a red truck leaving the scene. Cops say the homeowner ran after the driver. Witnesses tell police that when the driver pulled out a knife and the homeowner then pulled out a gun, police say there was some sort of a scuffle and the shot was fired.
The driver of the truck pulled out a knife, cut the homeowner's face, and the homeowner had a gun on him, so he actually shot the driver of the vehicle.
Quick correction to make, this is actually went down in a Santa Fe neighborhood, not Albuquerque neighborhood, but this went down in a Santa Fe neighborhood. Now, police in Santa Fe say the car owner should not have confronted the suspect. The suspect is in critical condition. Police say the 67-year-old homeowner had to get more than a dozen stitches on his cheek. A longtime Albuquerque lawmaker and business owner has died. George Buffett died over the weekend of heart problems. He was 83 years old. Buffett opened what has become a legendary candy shop back in the mid-50s. Now, he was also the first cousin of billionaire Warren Buffett. George Buffett was a state representative from the Northeast Heights for 24 years.
A lot of sugar coating in the business, but when it came to giving advice, not a lot of sugar coating.
There will be a private service for George Buffett this Friday. And the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department is mourning the loss of one of their own this morning. Deputy Daphne Garcia, who was diagnosed with cancer late last year, died yesterday. We did a story on Deputy Garcia back in January when fellow deputies were selling wristbands to help pay for her medical expenses. She was diagnosed with skin cancer a year ago. The cancer eventually spread to her major organs. Garcia had worked for the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office for 20 years.
We have good news this morning about a young girl who went through some intense brain surgery yesterday. We are told that Alicia Marquez survived surgery and is doing well. However, she's not out of the woods just yet because she does have a long recovery ahead of her. Remember, we first told you about Alicia a few weeks ago when some firefighters here in Albuquerque wished her good luck with her surgery, even took her for a ride in one of their fire trucks. Alicia is just 12 years old and has severe epilepsy. She's had it since she was just a baby. Doctors did the brain surgery to try to stop the seizures. The first time this kind of surgery has been done for a young girl here in New Mexico. And the doctors say that she might have some issues with memory and speech, but they won't know for a few more months.
Yeah, and her parents have said, they were willing to take the risks just to get her a little bit more back to normal and get her healthy. So our thoughts and prayers are with her.
Yeah, crossing our fingers everything worked out. Your top